My Cheetos.
Oh, you're cheating?
How's the quality and volume for everyone?
Sounds fun.
Yep, sounds good.
I think, yeah, it sounds good.
Mooney, is this TV just like another Discord? Like another computer that you just also have Discord on?
Mm-hmm.
It is?
Yeah, it's just another Discord named TV.
Because I was looking at it, I was like, oh, this doesn't seem like a bot. I was like...
Well, it's on an AK-1.
So like a Raspberry Pi?
It's got a...
Yeah, it sounds like a Raspberry Pi on steroids, to be honest. It's like, to me, it almost sounds like an Intel NUC.
Yeah, it's pretty similar.
Systems.
Oh, it's starting?
We get like the i9 ones.
Yeah, NUCs are bug.
Oh shit, we're going back to BFA?
Yep.
Fuck no, I hope not.
We're going to Cataclysm.
What? BFA Classic?
Oh, classic?
For the Alliance!
Oh, the Alliance?
For the Lions.
Fuck the Horde?
Man, those trailers give me chills all the time because it makes WoW look so
Hi
good.
everyone.
And you actually
I'm
play it.
Dragonflight, General Manager.
And us realizing as a team that we just collectively needed to do a better job of making sure the community felt heard. And so that led us to the changes we made in 9.15 of World
What
of
did they even
Warcraft
change in
about
9.15?
things like character investment and mains
Where
versus
they made it
alts,
so
and
it
how
didn't take a
caching
million
should work,
years
or
to
the
get all your
appropriate role of
fucking
friction
tier
in our
shit.
systems.
Not tier, but
And I
like
think
their shit.
9.15 things like the method.
I want that
and
Arthas
acquisition
figure behind
of
him.
The Covenant
I want
Legendary
that,
item, tons
that
of
meeting
tuning,
stone.
and I think every step of the way to Eternity's End and
And
beyond.
you that figure
So,
behind him's
WoW
thousands.
Classic was really
Probably.
came about
probably
because
straight
of the
resin.
community.
Yeah,
We had to listen to them.
it's this tide of listening to the community
Oh,
and paying attention
you
to
had
what
to
is
when
a
they
good
started playing
experience
Final
for our
Fantasy.
players now. And where we really
True.
saw a sea change in this
that's what we
idea
did to
is
her, but
with
she
our
kinda
Season
deserved
of
it.
Mastery realm, which is a Season of Fresh Start Classic. And initially we were talking
God
about
damn
it like
it,
it was
dude.
going to be like a fresh
Thrilling victory and painful defeat.
5 hours. I made it 5 hours.
Teramis is the
Yeah,
real winner
and
of
it
Season of
continues,
Mastery.
like Burning Crusade Classic. We wanted to balance the Paladin seals between Horde and Alliance, so we made an addition there. We wouldn't have gotten there without
Balancing the
the
Paladin
community's
seals.
input.
So influence
Seal
the
blood.
community.
Oh, that's right.
Another update.
We weren't
and
supposed to have Martyr
pretty
yet.
significant controversial change for this.
Yeah, cross-faction play.
Wait.
Coming in 9.25, which is on a public test realm now as a big
Ian,
centerpiece.
cross faction. You're breaking with a 17-year tradition.
Yeah, it's something. It was not an easily made decision by any means, you know. And I think this is another one of those areas where really we try to take to heart community feedback and requests and ask ourselves as a team whether there's a way to accommodate such an earnestly held desire and still feel like we're being true to the roots of the game. I think players desire to play with their friends who might prefer a different faction, or to play with the faction that they
Always
more
better.
closely identify with, even though their raid group is elsewhere.
It's really important for me. I play a lot of alts, and I love absorbing the story for each race, and having that ability to play with
When are
all
you
of
gonna
my
give it to
friends
us?
across factions is fantastic.
At the end of the
want to
day,
play with my
the
friends.
battle cry is for the Horde. It's not against the Alliance. It's not death to the Alliance. It's
Okay.
pride in
Fuck
one's
him,
faction.
Okay.
There's a way to preserve that and even strengthen that while giving players
This game is a
the
racial
ability to
war.
make the same choice we've seen the greatest heroes make time and time again.
I can't wait to do this. I'm seeing a lot of my friends that I never knew had a max level character in the other faction suddenly come out of the woodwork.
And then, with these
People at Blizzard actually
find
play
that
the
hard
game.
to believe. Hard to believe.
Something new that we're doing.
Yeah, no, you would know that
Off
they play
Shadowlands.
WoW.
Yeah,
That's a
exactly.
straight up lie.
She
Even
says
though
she
we're
has a
back
bunch
in
of
April,
alts.
The
I can imagine her
greatest hits
playing
we visited
retail
all
alts.
of our raid zones across the
Granted, I
expansion,
can't imagine her
bringing
doing
in
anything aside from
some
LFR.
familiar older favorites into
True.
Mythic Plus rotation. And,
Yeah, right,
the
she's an
rest of this is
employee
kind
and
of
she
a
just gets
closing
free
chapter, a little bit of a
boosts.
send-off to Shadowlands.
For
This
our
football game's
next
bounced around.
adventure in World of Warcraft, we're going to go back to Azeroth.
Oh yeah,
We're
Bob?
going to a space with high
hope they don't
fantasy.
raise tier set
our
drops
fans
just
of
to watch
Azeroth for a long
FPC
time.
suffer.
This has been kind of the foundation of much of the lore of WoW.
It's interesting. We haven't been back to
without further
Azeroth since
ado,
Kata.
Let's watch the cinematic.
Oh, here it is.
Oh,
Back to
boy.
Azeroth.
The fucking meat and potatoes.
Oh, baby. I have goosebumps right now, actually, even though I
know.
hate this game.
Me too. Oh, it is dragons.
Jump, pussy.
You fucking won't.
Was that the Tauren starting zone, the valley?
You will feel.
No, this is old Azeroth,
In the waking
before the
of
Sundering,
land.
when it was all one continent.
Who farted?
Oh.
Superman is dead.
Where are they?
Oh. my
Oh,
bro didn't make
Sag.
it.
That guy's got one hell of a headache, holy shit.
Wait, what if this is around a ring that rules them all?
Oh, yeah? All of his buddies are dead, dude.
Yeah.
That's
It's
actually
like,
so sad.
it's basically he logged out in TBC and he came back for Shadowlands and all of his friends stopped playing.
Oh no.
This place looks fucked. Wait, is that Tyr?
Oh, Sag, dude.
Gotta delete his YouTube search history. This is my mission. Butterfly away.
Of all the cinematics Blizzard's released, this has probably been the most cryptic one ever.
Your little tug.
Like, it's probably gonna make sense when we start playing, but...
No!
The cinematic looks great though.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
graphically.
Disengage.
No.
Yeah, disengage. Blink! Use blink, dude. Oh, shit!
Oh shit!
Fucking Alex Raza saved him. I wonder if this guy's gonna be a character in the expansion.
Oh,
Hey,
there's
yo, it's a
bronze.
dragon.
There's blue one, green one.
You guys like dragons?
Imagine dragging these nuts across your face. Hey,
First one of the expansion, baby.
Is healing.
Brown? Where's black?
But her fate
Yeah, I'm going
is
black
yet
for sure, by the way.
uncertain.
No, you're not. One's gonna have an ability that's way more powerful than all the
You're
others.
gonna have to have your RP character,
Together,
and then you have to have a medic.
we shall be Azeroth's protectors once again.
What?
Here,
I thought we were the protectors.
new age of dragons shall begin.
Tug? In the past?
Oh, damn, so it looks like the leaks were right. Even down to the name.
Yep.
Fog.
Dragons!
Dragons.
This is so cool.
No one saw coming.
What a segue!
But seriously, I mean, what did we just see there?
The return of dragons, the dawn of a new age.
Return of
We've seen
Dragons.
Rathian searching for his father's legacy, searching for
Oh no,
Locales
Azeroth's in
within
trouble
Dragon
again?
Isles?
Yes.
Who would have ever
Dragon Isles
guessed?
as standard for WoW
Dragon.
expansion.
Champion!
Oh.
5
Champion!
zones, 4
Wow.
standard
The
level
zones are actually
zones,
really
and a
nice
new
looking.
starter zone.
Oh,
We'll get to in a
yeah,
second.
New starter
Can you
zone.
talk a
Fog.
little bit about how the
Those
Are they all gonna
primal
be
forces
zones
are
based off the
expressed
5
throughout
different
the environment,
fights?
whether it's magma activity,
Oh, yeah.
volcanic activity,
I'm
whether it's the
rerolling
icy
Dragon
wastes
Boys.
of the Azure Span,
With dragon,
and each one of those has a
Ooh,
connection
rock
to
dragon.
a Dragonflight that we've seen before. And it's going to be an amazing
That looks
place
pretty.
for players to arrive.
Here we go.
So first off, yes, we have an all-new playable
Yes.
race.
What?
The Drakthir race.
The dragon.
Oh,
This is a
Drakthir.
Draconid
Oh,
Dragon.
check
Oh,
Big!
What the fuck? I would have never guessed.
Humanoid form.
What classes can they
Called it.
They
I know
have
people were joking about that, but I think they'd be
abilities as
serious.
Literally a dragon, but it's also a new class. You know, adding
Oh,
new race to World of Warcraft
shit,
production
that's
nowadays
sick.
is something that we don't do lightly. But
We all know what the world's gonna be overpopulated with now.
It's
Felt
a
like
their
it was
own
planned for it.
class
If you were a
race.
Drakthir,
Specializations
you will be the
based on the
evoker
color.
class that a Drakthir has.
I wonder
the
how
ability to
broken the
actually
Evoker's gonna
take
be in
flight,
arenas.
Do an Onyxia-style strafing deep
Yeah,
breath
see.
over the battlefield, land on the other side.
So, I mean, when
knock
Demon
everyone
Hunters
back,
came out,
and
they were
shit
a
off
nightmare in
and
arenas.
then unleash your magical ability.
Yeah.
And they wear mail armor. We figured, you know,
Oh,
with
another
the
mail
hero
wearing
classes,
class.
we've added over the years. We have enough melee. We don't need more of those. And
Yeah.
also probably don't need any more leatherware.
Actually,
The
is
raid
that the
leaders
first
are gonna
class
love you
they've
for that.
added to the game that
This is
uses
definitely a
mail?
hero class, and so that means that, you know,
Can you talk a little bit about the customizations?
It looks like he
Amazing
smells
one.
a fart.
is going to be able to identify my
True.
Drakthir character.
basically anything and everything. You know, skin color, hair color, jewelry, tattoos.
Ooh,
other adornments,
you
can
could
make
do
it
hybrid?
The expression
Interesting.
of your identity. And
Dragon.
Oh, wait, you have a
looks
human
like they
form.
Turn into
You
a dragon.
whole shit.
no.
Tell
That's
us about
sick.
some of the system
You
updates.
become dragon.
You have a human form.
brings with it, in this case, our talent system is something that we want to
Okay.
completely revamp. We want to take a look at.
This
This is
There we go.
okay. This is
We want to
okay.
take a look at professions.
So with the talent revamp and the arrival of
profession
Classic,
revamp.
did you learn anything about how our talents
I don't know how they can
work?
make it better.
I think seeing
Professions
the
are
new
already
generation
kind of
of
good.
players play, a big piece of that was some of just the granularity, the feeling of getting a level and spending a point to customize
Wait.
your character to make yourself a bit
Are
better
they
in
implying
some
trees?
specific way. But also, that sense of hybridity that you could have. That's something that we've largely lost. And so the new talent system avoids
No
direct
fucking way, dude.
player power throughput choices directly against those sort of utility.
That's
hybrid
such a weird
choices.
looking
We know
tree.
that There's always a right
They're
outcome
like,
there.
PoE
Whoa.
looks pretty
And we
good.
also understand
Oh.
that
Yeah, dude, that's
there's a
gonna
lot
be
of
hard to
strength in
figure
the
out. What
flexibility
the
of modern
fuck?
talent system to
You know
let
how you were
players
Yeah.
you were
customize
going
their
on
talents
WoW
for a
before?
particular
Now you
encounter
have to.
or for dungeons versus
Yeah, really.
PvP, and we don't want to lose any of that.
So John,
I mean, that's a step in the right
Oh my
direction,
God.
bringing back talent trees. That's something
Yes,
people have
I
wanted
got
for
this
years.
30-inch mod.
For all players, new and old.
No, don't change the
Can I
UI again. I
reduce
have to
elements,
get a
remove
fucking
elements
new add-on
if I
for
wanna
that.
explore the
Oh,
world
come on.
and see the beauty of Azeroth.
When it
God
comes
damn it,
to
dude. I hope
specific
my old
elements,
add-on
as much
still
as
works.
possible, we want to let players choose what to show and what to hide. Our approach to professions in Dragonflight is really all about delivering on fantasy and identity as a crafter. And so, if you want to be a
Oh.
serious blacksmith, if you want to be a great leather worker, we want to deliver the ability to invest
Just like Final
time and
Fantasy.
energy into that. Become a master crafter. Be able to make
They-
items
they-
that are in
what they
demand.
always used to say, right?
Interact
You guys
with the
could probably say
community.
this more than
One of
me
the big
is
pieces that we
World of
want to
Warcraft
do
was never
to
good at
support that
coming
is a
up
new
with
work
stuff, but
order
they were
system
great
to have
at
a bit
taking
more
it from
convenience.
Stealing stuff,
and
yeah.
trade chat. You can put that work order up, list your mats, offer a commission.
Oh, interesting.
and
Oh,
a skilled
that's not
blacksmith
from
will
Final
come in
Fantasy.
and make you the
That
weapon
is
of your
very
dreams.
interesting.
Can we get that in
Work order
Classic?
board. That's
Jesus.
really cool.
Be a Drakthir, go to Dragon Isles. Can I have a dragon?
What's the fantasy of dragons if
Oh,
not
here comes the dragon
soaring
pets.
over the lands?
Oh, I'm
And so
soaring,
we're
I'm
really
soaring.
excited.
I'm
to
doing a
introduce
barrel roll.
feature that
Wow.
dragon riding. It's dynamic with everything from momentum to dive bombs, the ability to just sort of build that speed up and feel
Oh,
the
what?
rushing past
Is
you
that a
in
revamp to
way
the
that's
flying, or
much
is just
more
for
exciting
dragons?
than traditional flight that we've had
Probably
made
just
available in the
dragons.
past? But that's also
It's a
available
revamp, it looks
for
like.
players through a customized
Interesting.
Go
mount
through
right
hundreds
from
and
the
hundreds
start.
of mounts.
It's a
It's waste of
customizable
time.
mount that you
this
get.
is a skill
Oh.
you learn over
Yeah, that's a
time,
waste
right?
of
to
time.
But
become an
everyone
awesome
gets it.
Dragon rider.
Yes.
How
you'll be
many
able
people
to
do you
sort of
think are gonna
upgrade
nosedive and
aspects
eat
of
shit into
your
the ground
flight,
and die?
But you will have this new form of flight from the
Everyone.
start. And very thoroughly
Oh,
customizable.
shit.
Oh.
which is a
Oh
new-
no, it's
a new
just
thing
it's
us
just
for
for your
mounts.
dragon
Look at
This
that
is
guy's armor.
Not just a generic dragon that everyone has, but a drake that is yours.
Oh,
You
it's
know,
a-
what do you want its scales to look
pterodactyl.
like? Horns, the shape of its head, other attachments, armor pieces, and more. Take your pick.
Oh, you can
is so
pimp your
cool.
ride dragon edition?
So yes, the Dragonflight expansion is going to see
Proto-Drake or
players
regular
leveling
Drake
to
or-
70, going to the
or
all-new
Drake Bell.
continent of the Dragon Isles, which consists of an upgrade your own
Perma
mount
dragon.
so that you can fly in a sense from the start. And of course, as with any new expansion,
Ooh,
we have a new set of
flying from the
dungeons, a
start.
raid,
Oh.
and much more to come.
We also have an alpha that will be starting up in the future.
Check out our website for more information, and keep an eye out for those opt-in signups.
When are you gonna
if
give
you
me
want to
cross-faction?
help us test
You
out
can't just
Dragonflight
mention
and
it
give us
and
even
say
more
nothing.
feedback to make it better.
We
Yeah.
do have a deep
Oh,
dive
they
that
will.
follows this. You can
Oh, yeah.
probably
Yeah.
guess
Yeah.
where we're going to go next.
Yeah,
Oh,
no
of
shit.
course.
Wrath
Favorite
Classic.
expansion
Of
Wait,
for
course.
World of
Blizzard,
Warcraft.
baby.
Let's watch the cinematic.
My son.
Oh no, actually, I don't know what this could be.
Oh, I hope they redid the trailer in 4K.
It's a different cinematic. Interesting.
Ooh, this trailer's giving me chills, not gonna lie.
Still not gonna play Wrath.
It's the best expansion.
Nah, I don't like Wrath at all. I'd much rather.
I'm not playing
If I was
Wrath.
going back to Classic, I'm gonna play Classic, not fucking Wrath. And do fucking Group Finder and easier raids.
It's because Arthas is one of the best written characters in WoW
Oh yeah,
lore.
no doubt. I still don't like Wrath, the expansion itself. Arthas is a great character. I just don't like the expansion.
Arthas.
Arthas.
Oh, chills.
Ooh.
Make for the spoiler.
Oh.
Yeah. It's not like it's been out for fucking 20 years.
To an end.
I know my father's gonna love this. Wrath was his favorite expansion.
Shall be king.
Do you think they'd go to Canada?
23? Oh, 22.
Wait a minute.
I'll go all the
This
way.
year's 2022.
can do
DFA
like
Classic
dedicated
isn't a
version.
meme, dude. It's
It's
a
just
reality.
incredible, isn't it? Sick is coming
Yeah,
this year.
if they skip
It brings
Mop,
back
I'll
so
be
many
happy.
Oh,
memories.
this year.
When you see that cinematic, what do you
Yeah,
remember
TBC
from
Classic
Wrath of
is
the Lich
just
King?
Anytime
here
I
and
want to
gone.
talk about undead frozen dragons, so
Actually,
it's a
wait.
very last
Should I go to
tale
Wrath
for me.
just to hit 80 so I
as you know,
I
with
can
this
pull
expansion,
Tyrion?
we will, in pre-patch, be able to play the Death Knight. They will start at level 55. You don't have to have a high-level character to make a Death Knight, so everyone
Oh,
will
they
be able
changed
to
that.
make
Oh,
one.
yeah.
That's
really
different.
nice.
Players some time
You had to be the
before
same
Wrath
level
Kingdom
as the
launches
starting level,
to get
right?
the
Yeah,
upgrade
you had to be
jump in
you had to have
before everybody else.
155 on
And
that
there
server
are
to
so
be a
many
Death Knight.
zones and areas to explore. Grizzly Hills has a very special place in my heart. The music
I
is
hated
the best
Grizzly
I've
Hills.
experienced in World of Warcraft.
I still make my way all the way up to Storm Peaks to try and find the time lost Protodrake, and have yet to get it.
I've got to say,
Not even
Dragonflight.
Blizzard can
The wide
find
open
it.
nature of the zone.
They can even spawn it in and they can't find it.
Expansion has
So one thing we looked at is Dungeon Finder, and it feels like
Oh,
how
yeah?
we envision Classic, Dungeon Finder is not a good fit for our community.
That was
Oh!
If we heard what Andres
Oh.
said,
Oh.
we're gonna listen.
now as people have gone through the experience of going back to vanilla, rebuilding those groups, relying on each other, not wanting necessarily a random participant just to show up and then leave.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
But today, you can do that in Shadowlands. You'll be able to do that in Dragonflight. It's a self-selected group of people who specifically want that different experience.
Yes.
Let's make sure that's what we continue to give.
That
Yeah.
leads right into Arena
Mhm.
in Green
Sure.
Classic. So we listen to the community.
Wait,
and
so
we remove
if
that
they don't
as
bring Dungeon
individual
Finder,
rating
I might
is
actually play then.
preferable, a better experience for them than Arena.
'Cause
This
that was-
poor
Also,
guy,
with
I'm
Wrath of
literally
the Lich King,
camping
Oh,
this
you got rid of
19
Arena
allows you to
teams.
customize
Fuck.
your character. So we'll
Yeah, they
be
fucked up
introducing a
this
level
at the end.
70
You just-
boost so that players
Honestly,
Oh,
that's
come
not big
on, not the
attention.
boosts again. That's what killed
Will be
TBC.
able to do that. You can't apply it to a Death Knight, but you will.
Such an exciting time to be playing World of Warcraft. We have the return of the Wrath of the Lich King for
Why'd you say
classic
it like that?
fans, and taking
Probably
us
'cause
somewhere
it's what
new
it said
with
in the script.
Dragonflight. We're so excited to be able to bring these adventures to
That's
you.
what it says on the
Don't forget,
teleprompter.
there's a deep
Yeah.
dive on Dragonflight.
The way that
where
guy
you
in the
get
middle is
a lot
talking, he
more
looks like he's
information.
reading off a
Thank you
script.
so much for spending this time with
Oh, yeah.
us.
You definitely.
and we'll
The
see
other,
you
the other
now.
two, they
Look at his
kind
eyes.
of.
See you in Northrend.
And in the Dragon Isles.
I'll see you in Eorzea.
When the message goes out to the flights and they feel it in their bones.
Now it's the
My
time for the
bones.
sky to light up with the colors of the aspects.
Just do a
again,
swoop.
And
My
for Alex
bones.
Straza and the others to come home. But the land has changed a lot. As we know them today, we're very different in the early past, the early history.
The
of
modern
Azeroth.
dragons
They were
today,
much
very
more
aggressive.
primitive, much more savage. What we now know as
Oh, that's
proto-dragons.
badass.
And then some of the dragons.
To do that, they're going to need the help of our heroes, our players, to come to the Dragon Isles with them
Champion!
and face
credit
some of these
card.
reawakening
We
challenges.
need
Because
credit
it's
card.
not just that this land is peacefully waiting for the dragons to return and reclaim it.
They're
There's
gonna need
those
their credit
old
card
enemies
numbers.
that have awakened
True.
as well.
Yeah.
One of
John,
those
Oh, I'm
Gives
gonna
us
be
four
dual
and
wielding. I'm
something.
dual wielding.
elemental
Champion.
half-giants,
All we need is your credit
The
card and
Dragon
those
Isles
3
isn't just populated
numbers
by
on the back.
dragons or
But
just
hurry.
by Jarden. There's also
Maltharion
many
is coming
other
back.
Occupants here in the Dragon Isles have been here either
No, we
just
killed
recently
him.
or for a while,
Champion,
including
Azeroth,
a
need
I
your
didn't
help.
stop him the
favorite
second
coming
time he
back,
came back.
Huskar.
That's going to be awesome.
We
And
killed
we've got
him.
other
Beskars.
cultures there as well in the Dragon Isles. We're going to find out about a civilization of centaurs that predates the ones that arose on Kalimdor much later.
They're centaurs, but they're not the
Favorite
Kalimdor
characters
centaurs.
look-
They're just
in the
centaurs.
last
These
few
ones look
expansions,
more
such as
Disney.
Rathian.
And whether he's ready to step up into
Hey,
a
what's
leadership
up? My
role,
curls are
or
done.
if there are other alternatives out there that would be better suited to the job of being the
Yeah, my
aspect of the Black
curls.
Dragonfly.
Hey.
I think
Whoosh.
one thing the
He's not
players
as
are gonna
cool
be
as
really
Death
excited
Knight.
about this expansion is the new playable race, the Drakthir.
That's right.
And this
That's
is
sick.
something that Neltharion, before he was
It's gonna be
Deathwing,
sick
before he
until you
went
go against
full
it in Arena,
crazy
Sandy.
world dragon, that he
Yeah, true,
put into
actually.
motion.
Neltharion saw those primalists that were kind of breaking away
Unless I
from
play it
the
in
aspects
Arena.
and what
Huh?
they wanted.
Mhm.
And so,
Yeah.
in those first
To that, to try to find your legacy, to try to figure out who you were
we're gonna
before
fight shit.
everything went awry. But there's questions. You know,
Oh,
thematic
the
questions
Earth is in
of
trouble. We need your
What
help.
does it
Before we
mean to
find
be
those things,
true
our
to your
questions
legacy?
are-
Are we going to repeat the mistake?
and
I
they have
wouldn't
to
be
step up
surprised if
once
this is
again
the
as
last
protectors of
expansion they do.
Azeroth. We're helping the
You
dragons.
said that last
because
time.
The dragons have helped us in the past too.
No, I
so
didn't.
by
Yeah,
using
I
the
vaguely
explorers,
remember
we
you
can
saying
show
Shadowlands
that
is gonna be the
that
final one.
allows us to delve into some of that history.
And when I
Do you
look,
think,
you know,
they'll do a
upon
WoW too, or
the
do you
Dragon
think that
Isles
they-
and
I think
all of
that
its visual
Microsoft will
splendor, I get
revamp
so
WoW.
excited for the prospect of a truly Azerothian adventure alongside Calicos,
bet you this is
along
the
with
last-
Rathian
It's
Ebonhorn,
definitely the last.
with
Oh,
Aesir's
Ebonhorn.
daughter Marithra,
Before the
as each one
transfer.
of them is trying to find. It really feels like just a breath of fresh air.
So now we're going to turn
Right,
things over to
fresh
some
air.
of our colleagues who will take you on that deep dive into the locations and the features of
It'd be pretty shitty
Dragonflight.
if you released an entire new expansion and it wasn't a breath of fresh air. Jesus Christ, dude.
Hello, I'm Stephanie.
I'm Josh,
I'm Jackie.
$50
I'm
for
Gary.
Good air.
and we're part of the teams that are building the first 2 zones. The boats
Wait, have
come
they even
right
released the
alongside
final
each other.
raid for
You can
TBC?
jump from one boat to the other and just start causing havoc on the other faction's boat.
For
That's
those who
pretty
love
sick.
PvP, this is a great opportunity for war mode.
It's free for all out there. It's going to be great.
Oh
It's okay.
yeah,
There's an
I'm hearing
in-crew
we're gonna
mode.
kill some
So the
alliance
war mode-
scum.
You're
war
in that
mode, but we're
situation,
friends
you
now,
don't want to
guys.
be in
Don't
war
worry
mode
about
anymore.
it.
You can
Is
just
there
hop
an
out right there.
auction house we can
The
hold up
reliquary, the Red Dragonflight, led by Queen Alexstrasza, the Lifebinder.
What a
They
hottie.
have the mandate of nurturing and care.
And so those are awesome things in the Waking Shore. But Steph, there really is only one right answer for the best thing in Waking Shores, right?
This is true. Ducks.
We finally have those
Oh,
hooligans
We're
in our
ducks.
game. We cracked the
Yeah.
technology. We got them
Figure
in.
it out, they can fly.
You should be proud.
Thank you.
It's gonna
Finally.
The unarmed planes.
Biggest
come right after
accomplishment, we
Waking
finally
Shores.
have ducks in the
It's so
game.
breathtaking at first
Hell
glance.
The
yeah.
Onarans get
This
that
actually
opportunity, a
looks sick,
cinematic
dude.
moment where the player can have a
So
frame
wait until you
view
have to
when they
farm
see
out
this
aspect
area.
power for
come
it.
out and got that postcard shot of the
Do
planes.
it real quick.
And then
Uh.
see this giant fire
Well, that'd be a pretty cool
proto-dragon
background.
breathing fire and a herd of centaur like harpoon down.
I wanna be able
the
to ride a
proto-dragon,
duck. They
crash
have to
into
have
the
a duck
ground.
mount,
And the
right?
first thing you get to do
Yeah.
is go help them kill the proto-dragon.
Yeah, it's gonna
Like,
be
how
called
cool
a
is that?
chocobo.
Who is Onara?
No, it's gonna be
Onara
like
is the
some
god
off-brand
of the
thing that
wind.
sounds similar to
She's appeared
Chocobo.
before as like this big spirit eagle. She's the one who guided the centaur
Not a chocobo,
to
it's
the
a duck
Dragon
hole.
Isles. Many
Yeah, it's a Chocobo.
blessed them, took their caravan across.
It's actually
was
like Platinum
exploring
WoW
the
just
culture
made a
of the
video
centaur.
too,
The
making fun
centaur
of the fact
are
that
these
there's no
mighty,
ducks.
awesome hunters that
I
back
know,
when
that
they
was
first
really
came
funny.
to the Dragon Isles, they fought the
I
green
bet you
dragons
that's why
all
they
day
added
long.
ducks,
Eventually, they
because
just
Leo.
realized that we're strong, you're
Maybe, yeah,
strong.
we listen,
Maybe
we
we should stop decimating. And they've been here, and they've been existing and developing
They
their
became more
culture.
Disney.
They all
Yeah.
came over as one clan.
You gotta
led
go
by
get your
the
cen-
main
you gotta go
Lord
get your
Kira,
centaur
and
rep so
they
that you
founded
can
a
get
new
your
life
tier
here.
pieces.
So if you want to get across, you have to follow
Hey,
their
that's better
rules
than
and their
fucking
traditions.
waiting
You have to
for it to
earn
drop
their
in the
trust.
grade
You are the
board.
first outsiders to come
18
in
tries and not a
generations
single
upon
one. Don't
generations.
see it.
And build these beautiful fantasy grows, high fantasy. We want to do lots of
Ardenweld
things
looked
with an
better.
open plain, and we want to be
Yeah,
creative with
Ardenweld
that.
was such a
But
beautiful
we're
zone.
restraining ourselves by
Sure, actually.
letting the zone sing, letting the horizon.
I really
tell
like
the story.
Revendreth as
We
well.
certainly couldn't have done that in the vanilla one.
I like that most of it was
the
a city.
zones are so big and you can see so
Mhm.
far, especially in Onaran
Like, I love
Plains.
city zones.
So
They
we
need
talked
to
to
do
the
more of those.
engineers and we actually
Yeah.
increased that distance.
It spurs you on to want to
Oh,
adventure and
increase
look
view
through the zone and
distance?
explore
Yeah?
everything.
The interesting
I
thing for
think
me
that's
is
what they
we
just
have
said.
all these
Oh
conflicts.
yeah, we're
with
gonna be able to see the
Dragonflights.
enemy faction
There's
from the other
missing
side of the
dragons,
battleground and
There's
wave at
battles.
them.
There's so much crazy stuff happening, but that's not really all we're
It's the
excited.
perfect
We're
time to
just
be
really
single.
excited to tell a story
New
that's
expansion, all
grounded
the
in
time I
Azeroth
got.
and exploration.
True.
There's so much more to talk about. But now we're gonna have some folks talking about
so
the
much more
next
to talk
two
about, but we're
zones
not gonna
that
talk
players
about
can
it.
experience in the Dragon Isles.
Because we know it sucks.
What?
But they would have mentioned aspect power already, right? A fuck
They're
new
not,
aspect
they're,
power.
they're not going to mention aspect
I'm
power.
Christy.
They know they're
I'm
going to
Kate.
lose
Yes.
everyone's interest and everyone's
Yeah.
go back to
Now,
Final
Jazz is
Fantasy.
in Azure Span.
Yeah,
So Azure
if
Span
they-
is going to be the third zone that players adventure
Ooh,
through.
that
and
place
it's one of
looks
our
fucking
biggest
sick.
zones that
Cool.
we've done in the Dragonflight. maybe
Oh,
even
it's
to
the
date.
Redwood
We
Forest
knew it was
from
going to be
California?
like the largest visual elevation
I wanna see
change,
the
and it
zone that the
really
bronze
started with this
Dragonflight
great
represents.
concept art. When we first were taking a look at the design,
For the
we kept
Duckflight
coming back
take
to
its
one of our
rightful
favorite
place.
wrath zones.
The Duckflight.
Grizzly
The
Hills, And we
Duckflight.
really wanted to
That's
take
what
that
someone said in
and
general.
modify it more. And I don't know if you've ever been up to the Bay Area, but in the morning that coastal fog comes in and dips down into the redwoods and that sun shines
Yep,
through. That's
they
really what we
totally
wanted to
made that
encapsulate
zone.
with this forest. And not only we have our first creatures,
We have a small group that lives there called the Gnolls. These Gnolls are all
What?
throughout the forest and Azure
We were
Span.
joking
They make
about
their
that.
home. Some Gnolls
That's
is strange
funny.
magic.
We were
There's
joking
Gnolls
about that.
yeah.
About snow Gnolls, or as I call them, the Snolls, up in the
So when
winter
is that gonna
area,
be a
and then
playable
some other Gnolls that
character?
are just going to be around. You've seen them
Ooh,
when we're in
farming
Tuscarora
Tuscarora?
and Wrath of the Lich King. They're also getting a nice cool
Oh, we're
upgrade for
farming
models,
Tuscar
along
High?
with expanding their culture.
How much
so
you
there
wanna
are gonna
bet
be male
halfway through
Tuskar,
this
female
expansion, the
Tuskar,
Tuskar and the Gnolls
kids.
are gonna be
So we're
allied
gonna
races?
fight alongside them,
Bro,
which
I
includes
hope so.
help from certain group of dragons, the blue dragons. We're going to follow the story of Kalagos, our blue dragon buddy,
Kalagos look like a Death Knight?
and he's going to be adventuring in.
It is a culmination of
Oh,
all
that
of
actually
the
looks
dragon's
sick.
efforts to
Dude,
put
imagine
together
that
what
shit
a
in
city would
RTX.
look like.
So we ended up, we'll also have some convenient services for players, including an auction house in the city, which will be really nice if you're
Aw.
looking for more exotic wares.
No point to be an
The thing
engineer
that
anymore.
really sold me on
Still an
Valdrazis
engineer
was
anyways.
the initial concept art we got of Tierhold.
Oh yeah.
Wow. And this is a
Wait, was that really
10,000-year-old
Tyr?
Titan technological marvel. Tierhold has these
Yes!
awesome aqueducts, incredible place, and filled with so much history.
Look at the glance of teleprompter.
Tierhold was
What an
built by
incredible
Tyr.
history.
He was a Titan Keeper back in the day who helped the Aspects fight Galakrond. And
Yeah, that was
when
Tyr.
they settled on the
Yeah.
Dragon Isles,
Jeez,
he built
I-
this facility. And even though Tyr's gone, the dragons have held him in reverence.
That's-
But that was 10,000 years ago,
Tyr,
and they've let the
what is
Titans maintain the place.
Tyr
An
lost his
incredible
hand
amount
when
of
he was
history
fighting
has
Galakrond,
happened
and
since then.
that's where
Flights
the
have
Order
been
of the
nearly
Silver
wiped
Hand
out.
came
There have
from.
been
Hi, I'm
Jack
Jake.
Fear.
I'm Andy.
I'm Kali.
Oh,
I'm Graham.
Andy,
and
I
I'm
didn't know
really
you worked at
excited
Blizzard.
to talk to you guys today about the
So
Drakfear
they
of Ogre,
flipped
our new
the,
race and
women
class
and men
coming in
ratio.
Dragonflight. We're here to talk
Make
about
sure they're really
not only
spreading
the
it
Evoker,
50-50
but also dragon riding, which is our exciting expression into
If
the
Andy worked
exploration
at
of the
Blizzard,
Dragon
he would
Isles.
have two
We're new
pieces
with a
by now.
dragon-themed expansion.
If Andy worked at Blizzard,
let
he
you
would
play a
probably
dragon.
wouldn't have
It's
to
not a
be
big
going to
dragon,
find
Alex
some
Strauss' size.
MacGuffin
That'd
to
be tough to
advance the
fit in the
plot.
raids. I'm sorry. I know.
If I worked at
But as a
Blizzard,
kind of
I'd
human.
have fucking
So the
eat
Drakfear,
set, dude.
created by Neltharion.
And like our
They have the ability to wield the magic of all 5 Dragonflights. So evokers can take
Oh.
advantage of red magic and blue magic and bronze magic.
and to show that,
How different
we created
are
a
they from
visual
the
what we
ones
call a
in
prismatic
BWL?
effect. This prismatic effect is basically the coalescence of all their energy as they channel it into whatever spell that they're going to cast. You have a red magic spell called Pyre. So when you shoot it out of your mouth, it twirls in the air with all 5 of the
Also, isn't
Dragonflight's
it
magic as
forbidden
it
to do
turns
something like
into
that?
the red spell before
That's sick.
landing on your enemies and exploding and hopefully burning them and
I'll take that one. Battlefield and cast while you're flying.
raining fire and death from above. It's great.
Right. In addition to the gameplay, though, another part of feeling draconic is looking like a dragon.
Well, we talk about dragons
I'm a
breathing
dragon.
fire, but you know what's
Watch,
actually
looking
fire?
at the
These
at that
customizations.
dragon
Hey.
going around,
But no,
looks
they're
like
really,
it
really
doesn't
cool.
even belong in WoW.
Because you
with
have
how
both your
quickly it moves
draconic
around.
form and your humanoid form. And the customization options.
To fine-tune their Dragon Isle Drake's appearances. Things like snoots, horns, tails, elusive Dragon Isle
Yo,
Drake
they had me
armor,
at snoots.
more.
Customizable snoots?
Okay.
Oh my
We want to
god.
provide players with all new skills to play with, as those who can
Gonna
use
be able to
their momentum
customize
well
my dragon
can reach higher and higher
snoot?
heights, and bring on new, more difficult challenges.
We just have so many
Snooty.
new and gorgeous options to choose from. And I'm
Gorgeous
just so excited
snoots,
for all of
Rudy.
them.
I'm
Gorgeous
excited for the whole thing.
snoots.
Gorgeous
It's been a lot of
snoots.
fun to work on, but I can't wait to actually.
I wonder if
Next
people
up,
at
you're
Blizzard
going to
like
hear about
play
the talent
together.
revamp and the UI changes coming in Dragonflight.
Oh, there's the talent.
I wonder if like they all be
Oh,
killed.
UI changes.
The UI changes mean nothing to me. I'm just gonna go put my add-on
Hello,
that
my
gives
name
me
is
my
Brian.
classic UI
I'm
deck.
Crash. I'm Jay.
And I'm Laura. To have the revamp
Those
right now.
draw pads are so
Also,
cool.
if you look at the game today, the art evolved beautifully over the years.
I like
and
her dialect.
if you look
She
at the
sounds
HUD,
like a Draenei.
the HUD looks like it got frozen time.
So when we approach, it's about time that everybody has the opportunity to use them, that they become a part
So
of
they
the
just
base UI.
so they just
Yeah,
killed.
and we are working very closely with our user
They
research
just
team
killed like
to
someone's
make sure
livelihood.
we are hitting the goals
What do
that
they
our
mean
player
everyone has a
needs.
chance?
It
The guy
allows
who
us
owns
to
Player
add new
nameplates?
functionality,
Yeah.
to improve
guy's
accessibility
fucked.
in a lot of areas, and
And the health bar is also much bigger. If you look at the action bars in the bottom menus, they have less health frames, and
It looks
you can
disgusting.
really open up your gameplay, so you don't have a
It doesn't
lot of
look
your
bad.
UI in front of you. And of course, we want to find iconic
No,
pieces
I'm
from
gonna
the
put
current
the
HUD, so
classic
we
UI
want to
back
bring
on.
it back in a nice way. So we for sure updating the Griffins. They
I
look
mean, yeah,
so
also
nice
Blizzard's
now.
add-on, so
And
if
the
you don't want
Horde,
to be,
don't
so,
worry,
yeah.
we got you.
Yeah, I
You're gonna
didn't like
have
the
your version
Shadowlands
as well.
one. I
So let's
sure
talk
as
about
shit
the
don't
editing.
like that one.
we are put, and each of those different components will have various sets of options that you'll be able to work with. They'll be able to save it, edit it, copy it, name it.
I
Also,
wonder what
it'll
other
remember
game
which
had
spec you're in.
something that exactly
So
like
if
that.
you're someone who jumps around a lot, as you switch, it will switch to whatever head layout you have for that spec.
And next up, we're going to talk about professions in Dragonflight.
Oh, this is what you wanted, Randy.
I want to hear about aspect power.
I wonder how they're gonna
Hi,
change
I'm Joanna.
professions.
And I'm Eric.
I
and
kind of
we're
don't
gonna
want
talk
to give it
about
to
our
this guy
plans
because
for
it seems like
professions
kind
in
of a
Dragonflight.
but
Professions have been a
What?
staple of World
Who?
of Warcraft.
he
forever.
messaged
And
me
they've seen lots of
instantly.
really cool
Oh.
incremental
But I
updates
mean,
over
I
the
also do that
But
to
for
people,
Dragonflight, we want to
so
do
it's
something a bit
fine.
different.
you really want to, you can basically browse any of
That's
the
actually
recipes
cool,
that can be
though. I like
crafted,
that.
Pick the
This
one
is a
you want
cool
for
one, yeah.
yourself,
Yeah,
and then
it's
include
a nice
some
way to
for all
offer
of
your
the
services,
reagents
too, if you're
needed
in
for
that
the
profession.
recipe,
So you don't
including
have to
Yeah, I
steal
like how it's like a
storing you can
work
get your
order. I
hands
like
on.
how it's not
You
like.
can find someone in person to do it right in front of you for you,
I didn't get
or
it.
you can also go to an NPC and using an auction house-like interface, send the order out. If you're doing this, you can pick, do you want to send the order to
Wait.
anyone, sort of a public
There's
order,
like
or do you
that's
want to
interesting.
a guild, or to a specific other player. Maybe it's a friend who
Fuck,
knows.
I might
Or
actually
you
level.
can get it
really
made
well for you.
specifically for another player.
I might actually level engineering all the way up
One of the
for all
coolest things about
expansions
this
just
is
for that.
the item you had crafted can also be soul-bound. In the past, you could only get your hands on crafted soul-bound items by having that profession yourself. Now anyone can have them crafted for them, which is really neat and really expands the number of items that we can provide that are really
I don't know how
powerful
much I
because
like
everyone can have them crafted through the crafting honor system.
What?
This is also really cool because it means as a crafter,
anyone
you
can
can
have
start building
crafted
your client
soul-bound
base.
items?
People are going to come back to you to get certain items. Maybe you're the best at making it, or you always throw.
Well,
a
I
little
guess then
something
there's no
extra.
reason
You're
to
also
pick
going
it.
to be leveling up your profession. It's going to be really great.
So the first time you go to craft,
Best
you're going to notice a lot of different things.
Yeah,
But probably the biggest
push
is the introduction
you
of quality.
click craft.
You
Both your
click.
crafted
You click
items
craft.
and
You
your
did
gathered
it. You're
reagents.
amazing.
Quality works in a pretty simple
I don't
way.
know.
If you craft something that's a higher quality, it's just going to be better.
Look,
For
primal.
Wait,
that
quality?
usually means a higher item level. If it's,
there is
for instance,
quality.
a potion, that might mean
You do
a
just
more
make it
powerful
better,
effect at
sorry.
a higher quality.
Shit.
And we're doing a
They're
lot
doing
of things in the UI.
It's another thing from
Put
Final
a lot of work
Fantasy.
into it to make sure that the profession.
And the more points you spend in armor smithing, the better you're going to get at crafting all armor.
This also means that if
So
you
they're
specialize one way,
copying New
other
World?
people in your guild may.
Until then, we'll see you in Azeroth.
So, basically, from what I got from all that, they had a
They
few
made
really good
professions
ideas.
more like RuneScape, or more like
Final
or
Fantasy.
more like whatever the Amazon MMO was. I forgot what that was called.
No PvP
like-
things.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, Blizzard hates the PvP community.
like that was like 5 different things from Final Fantasy implemented into WoW, which is gonna be kind of nice.
Yeah.
When are we gonna get Final Fantasy player housing though? I want to sit out here and like raffle
but on
houses
there,
and get a 0.
no player housing, but you can customize snoots.
You're right.
New customization, dog.
Snoop customization. Oh shit! This is gonna be this is gonna be a nightmare and a half to edit. I've got an hour and 3 minutes of footage.
Edit what?
Yes, you're all being recorded. Also, by being in here, you signed shit.
No, I forgot
Under
that.
has a YouTube channel. I don't know if you've been recommended his shit, Mason.
Why not?
So basically, Onder made a video with some guy on our server called Eddie. And do you remember the remember those WoW Classic videos, the Barney B ones?
Yeah. That's the rogue guy, right?
Yeah. So Barney B was on our server, and Barney B's like final classic video mentioned Eddie, and so Onder's YouTube channel had a video with Eddie, like just interacting with him, and so it like blew up.
53,000
So now his channel
views.
got a lot more.
And
Yeah.
but the video that blew up the most was when everyone saw my video with Dragon and Karthus dueling. That has 153,000 views. It's
Damn.
It's tripled my Eddie video.
That's actually huge.
Yeah. Nearly hit 600
Call an
subscribers.
ambulance, but not for me.
Man. I wonder what Dragon's up to. Doesn't he raid with Glass and Biko?
No. Glass is in a different guild. He raids with Biko, though. I mentioned Biko the other day. I was like, hey, you should stop in Discord sometime. He didn't say anything.
Biko's
What
got him
kind
a
of
few
sad?
times, but it's very rare.
Yeah. I mean, he must have been raiding. That's why I didn't respond to the Wester, but I was just kind of like, oh.
So now that Wrath is released, are we going to try to bring the Misfits back to life one more time for 10-man raids?
Well, considering Kara was a 10-man raid.
Kara, we were actually able to do Kara's. It wasn't, but then we all got burnt out.
Well,
You guys
some
can
of us
count
got
me
burnt
in.
out.
+1 hunter.
I never wanted to raid lead, dude. That was the big thing. It's just like,
I'll raid lead.
oh yeah,
we'll
you're
leave it to
gonna raid
Mason.
lead?
Well, yeah, I'm just gonna kick out anyone that sucks.
Yeah, that's the Misfits
We're
way.
gonna-
Oh, fail one mechanic, get kicked? Yeah.
Trade me.
I'll give them 2, but then they're gonna get doxxed after
Where
third.
you at,
So
Squander?
it really depends how
I
they wanna
took
do
the
it.
portal thing.
They can stay in and play if they want.
Why?
but they're
Wait,
gonna
did you get a
doxxed
piece,
for life
Winnie?
I did.
You're sick.
Oh.
I am going to go, guys. It was a pleasure watching this together with all of
See
you.
ya, man.
See ya, dude.
I will see you later.